Hello and welcome to another edition of the Wine I'm Reading Spotlight and Recap. I'm James Law Jr., I guess. I'm here, and we're here with two. We're here, and we're all here, and I'm having a strange morning for some reason. Tami and Amanda are here. Hello, ladies.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Made it.
You made it. I'm going to open the chat room, so you guys come on in. I spelled hello wrong, but I don't care. Welcome. We're here to talk about Young and Restless, of course. We're all here together, so that's kind of a nice little thing going on right now. Hello, you guys. Yeah, come on in. As you're coming in, I'll do your church announcements and all that. Right after this is Bold and Beautiful, of course. Got a lot to say about that. And then at 4 p.m., Tami Govea is going to be joining me at General Hospital. There's a little crossover. She's going to join us. So that's right. There's a lot to talk about.
Oh my God.
To talk about. A lot to talk about. Friday's episode shocked me. So I was, by one of the storylines, I was shocked. They went that fast. Like, oh.
I literally was like,
I know. Me too. I was like, oh, okay. So she'll join us at 4 p.m. And tonight, it's me and my gents, Josh Alonso, Adam Woods, Flo Boyce, and me. On X Connections. That's tonight. We have a good time talking manly stuff. So that should be a lot of fun. Manly. We're going to talk about that tonight at 7 p.m. here on JLJ Media. So check those out. Also, I want you to know that I just want to dedicate this show. It's like a tradition for me now all of a sudden. I lost two amazing women this weekend. So I want to give a little shout out to them. We both were amazing. One is Donna Mcmillan. She was a leader in the oppression organizing industry. I was one of her last interviews a few months ago. We only met like last year, but we were completely in love with each other. She was a pioneer in the organizing industry. She was one of the first women to have an email address back when people didn't have email addresses. She was always forward thinking, even though she was much older in life. She was always forward thinking, and that's a great lesson for anybody. That doesn't matter what age you are, you can still learn technology. You can learn the newer ways. You can teach an old dog new tricks. Not an old dog. You can treat people who are older. We're not all just like horrible. We can figure stuff out. And she was a great example of that. And she put out a book this year too. That's out also. And I loved her very much. It was a very sudden shock. So I just want to give a shout out to her and her family. And also to the grandmother of my godson, Loyal, Arden Fleming, another strong woman who was forward-thinking and a leader in, if you're in the San Francisco area, if you know Mill Valley or Santa Rafael, all up there. She was a leader up there, academically, professionally, and personally. I've known her 30 years because I'm best friends with her daughter. So that was another shock to us also that she passed this weekend too. So Arden Fleming, to my girl Tara, to my godson Loyal, I send my best. She and I used to laugh and talk about stuff all the time. She always had a warm welcome when I came to see them. And so my shout out goes out to her too. But it's two strong women. I love strong women. I have two strong women with me today too, here on our show. I think there's nothing wrong with having a strong woman. Backbone of our society. I say that completely. So cheers to all of them. Speaking of strong women, the first storyline. A storyline that I'm starting not to like. It's starting to bug the F out of me. So folks in there, folks. Oh, Brown age 21, you're here. I'm glad you made it. From the UK, I'm glad you made it. You said you want to make it. Let me make sure I say the name correctly. Where did I wrote it? Bobby DeFranco. This storyline turn is bugging the F out of me. And what do you guys think of this? I really have nothing positive to say. I think it's just a dumb story. I think it's dumb turn of storyline. And Ashton had it's. But now Victoria's thinking, oh my God, she's mad at Nick. And what do you ladies think initially about this storyline?
I don't think she should be mad at Nick. He's just trying to protect her.
Right.
I think she should be very mad at Ashlyn because she specifically said, is there any other secrets or lies or anything that I should know? Oh, by the way, his friend died in a car accident. You know what? He probably killed his friend. He's probably like took him out and then stole his identity. No. What do you think, Tami?
Yeah, Tami. What do you think?
I still have a little bit of inside of me that's thinking, is this it? Is this it? Does he let me have another cup of see?
Right?
Exactly, Tami. Exactly.
The synapses have not connected yet. I'm not sure if he's still hiding something, because if this is it, I don't know if it's anticlimactic for me or not.
Right.
If this is it, I'm kind of relieved, because then it does tell me that he does love Victoria.
Okay.
And if the whole thing is shame and guilt, and I'm assuming this, what was the guy who's blackmailing him?
Oh my God.
That Victor bought off?
Jesse Gaines.
Jesse Gaines. I assume Jesse found out about this, and that's what he was blackmailing Ashlyn about. And I thought, 300,000, that's nothing. You're a cheap date, Jesse. I would have asked for a whole lot more than 300,000 a year to keep that.
That's what I was thinking too.
Right? Ashlyn Locke, that he can give me $500,000 and I'll so it's a little anticlimactic, and I agree with you, Amanda. But of course you're gonna be mad at your brother. She's always telling Nick to butt out of her life and blah, blah, blah.
How's it go, Tami?
It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's the thing. The problem for me that I have, one of the problems I have is that why now? He was always very famous. So I know he was paying him off all these years, but like, why now the urgency? Like he's marrying a Newman, I guess.
Oh well, no, because he thinks Ashlyn was going to die, and so there goes his money.
I know, but it's kind of like, and there is that too. But it's kind of like, I don't know. I guess I just don't care at this point. I'm like, it's like I wish
I don't care.
I just don't care. The character.
I don't care.
I just feel like they're playing with this role, like they're writing as they go along or something. Like, what the fuck's going on? I don't understand. It's like, why just put Ashlyn? We said this earlier. We said this months ago. Bring Ashlyn on, make him a ruthless businessman who falls in love with Victoria. Okay, I'm good with that. Maybe his motives we're not sure about. I'm good with that. Him being close to like Victor a little bit. I'm good with that. But making him sick and then making him dead, and then taking him away for a while. Then they took him away for a while. Then they brought him back. Like, I don't know what are they doing with this character. Richard Burgi can play a straight up leading man, anti-hero. He can play it. We know he can play it. And I feel like just give it to him. It's like he's mincing around. Oh my God. And someone's after me. I'm like, that's not a strong man. That's not a strong man. That's not the man I'm like, Victoria, you want that, Victoria? Because Victor don't mince. Even if Victor's back in the corner, he's like, he may smile in your face, but he ain't done. He don't show his weakness. He don't show it. He don't. And I just think Victoria's a strong woman. Her be taken in a little bit by this guy. I mean, that makes sense too. You're in love. I totally get that also. But this whole, like, this guy was trying to, but I did like the line Victor said in the beginning of the week. That was my favorite lines of the week when he said, "What has been done, if you ain't hurt my daughter, it can be undone." That's right, Victor.
So long as we're clear. Are we clear? Would you like that drink now? That was my favorite line. That was my favorite line.
Because when you first came in, you want drink? No, I'm fine.
And then Ash was like,
yeah, he made sure that he knew.
Yeah.
That like, I'm helping you for her.
For her.
But if I even think one little shred of anything about you, I'm undoing the whole thing. Forget it. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. Anytime if Victor ever summoned me to his home,
I'd be scared.
I would just walk straight to the bar, pour myself a drink, and then have a seat.
And I'd be like, hold on, let me just give him a shot of tequila. I'll be right with you.
Yeah. I don't drink scotch, but I'm sure it's really good. So I'll try it.
Yeah, you don't mess with Victor Newman. You don't. You don't mess with him. You do not mess with Victor Newman. Victor Newman is like, when he summons you, you just sit down, take it, and let Victor do his thing. And you say, yes, sir. Okay, sir. Got it, sir. And then you move on to business.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And, I think it was Victoria she made a good point when she was berating Nick. Ashlyn and Nick come from two very different backgrounds. Nick has always had a silver spoon in his mouth. And Ashlyn has he's created the man he is today. Good, bad, or indifferent. Yeah. So Nick being all judgy, he left his friend there to die. What would you have done, Nick, in that situation? Oh, that's right. You never would have been in that situation. You didn't have that kind of life. So who are you to judge? I was like, that's true.
But it's funny. It was Nick, not Billy. Because Billy was hot on the trail. But it wasn't
I feel
Billy.
so bad for Billy. He wanted the scoop. He wanted to be the one to scoop it so bad.
He did. He could taste it.
He was just so hungry.
No. You know what? At first, I was like, okay, it's his kids. I get it. But multiple times, she's asked him, stop. Like, I'm gonna protect the kids. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. Stop. The fact that he keeps doing it, he's gonna lose Lily. I'm sorry. Okay, he don't deserve to have her in the first
fault. When Nick and Phyllis were having this conversation, and it's like, I don't know if I should pursue this. Victoria's gonna get really mad at me. And Phyllis is lying verbatim. Well, I know what I would do. Right? Remember that I know what I would do. And off he goes.
Yeah. Go Michelle Stafford. That's right. The thing is, if you feel, I'm sorry, I'm on Billy's side. I'm not Billy Brisson. I'm not. I'm on Billy's side. I don't care. If I have children and stuff, I want to know what the fuck's going on. I'm going to do what I can to find out. There's something wrong with this guy. Something going on, and I want to figure out what it is, because he is hiding something. I don't think he's done, Tammy. And do
it low key, James. Do it low key. Like, don't make her hate you. Do it low key and then be the hero. Look what I found.
My thing is, hate me, and then when I'm right.
Right, exactly.
Then you can't. I can say, well, out loud, I've been this way the whole time. I've been showing you who I is the whole time.
But I can still hate you.
It's so weird. It's so weird how life can reflect the soaps. Not that I'm going through anything remotely close to this, but I have a friend who's going through some really ugly stuff.
A friend, she said.
A friend. Like, really, really ugly stuff. And I said to Ernie, okay, it doesn't matter, because if the father finds out that the kid steps in and starts to take control of the situation, the father's going to be like Victoria. I told you to stay out of this. And I said, listen, kid needs to not worry about the fallout from dad. Dad will eventually get over it. The kid needs to step in and just take care of business. However way they need to take care of business.
See?
Yeah.
When I get in my family, I'm the one they call take care of shit. When something happens, they call James Jr. and they go, James, we need your help. And I go, don't ask questions.
Yep.
I'll get it done.
Yep.
That's my role in my family. And I get it done. And they're all happy. I get it done. But don't ask questions how I done did it. But I'll go get it done.
Okay. All right. Y'all made very good points. All right.
As Tony would say, however, comma.
I do want to say though,
yes.
If you look from her perspective, if my ex kept getting in my business, we gonna have a problem. I told you to stop. Get out of my business. Like, I'm not with you.
Here's the problem, Amanda. I'm gonna tell you this right now for a person who has two baby mamas. The problem is when you open your legs and have sex with somebody and then you have a child, you're screwed for 18 years and longer. That's the problem. And I have that. Trust me, I know. Trust me. I don't go along with either of my baby mamas. I don't care. I'll say it out loud. I don't go along with either of them. I'm telling you, that's the problem. So I get what you're saying. And I get what you're saying, man. I'm just telling you the reality is when you're not with the baby mama anymore, the baby daddy anymore, you're gonna have problems. Oh, there's always some needling and there's something going on. Trust me, it happens. But I understand what you're saying, man. I see what you're saying. You know, your nerves. I'm just telling you. Ooh, shit goes down all the time. Yeah. Also, in the middle of this whole thing, we have Miss Nicole Newman. We love her, looking regal as ever. Victoria gave her shade too, and brought up Diane. Well, like you killed her. I mean, she had the nerve to bring that up about her past. And Nikki was like, "Excuse me, bitch. Like I know you're not coming at me. Don't come at. You don't come at Nicole Newman. Don't come at her." Mm-hmm. Yeah, some shade on that one.
I loved her line to Billy, back off, because you know how Victor handles these kinds of situations. And by the way, you should also be scared by me. Like, you just be scared of Victor, that's a given. But just as a reminder, there's all this to be scared of. So
yes. Oh, Nikki not enough, so no little snowflake. Oh, and Nikki think of herself too. She's scrappy. She was a stripper, people.
I was gonna say she's a street girl.
She's a street girl.
She'll claw your eyes out and then dance on you. So
exactly. Claw your eyes out and dance. Okay.
It reminded me. I'm sorry. I have to bring up a GH line. It reminded me Carly's line saying, "Oh, I will burn your life to the ground and then spit on your ashes."
Just say that.
And it's the same thing, you know. It's the same. These strong women, there's that mentality of, you hurt somebody that I love and all bets are off.
Yes.
All bets
I want to say hello to our chats. Oh, where'd it go? Sherry Calvert is here. Sherry Calvert is here. Brown 821. I know you're in here. Films 5555. Love the film. George Blackman, Kenneth Clark, Janaea Lowe, Kirsten Marie. Hello, girl. Rodelli is in here. Susan Russo. I'm sure there's more in here. You guys aren't saying anything in the chat, but you're here. I see you guys are in here. So hello. Thanks for joining us today. Yeah. So that.
Look at all my YNR foam.
Tammy,
that's my YNR foam.
Dang.
My YNR cappuccino foam.
That looks good.
It is good.
Did Sharon make it?
At least she was dressed more like a cafe girl this week.
Oh, can I say one thing?
What?
Sure.
Hello. Ray is hot and he's romantic. Okay. He showed up in his shirt.
It looks so good in that Cuban. Oh my God.
He made her perfume. He made her perfume. Oh, hi, Connie. He made her perfume from Miami, the smells of Miami. He was very romantic. I thought of you the whole time, Amanda.
You know what I was wondering? The whole time, is she thinking about Adam? She gonna wear that perfume and then go make up a reason to go see Adam?
You don't trust Sharon, Amanda? No. Is this what you're saying? You don't trust her?
Not when it comes to my Ray. I do not.
420 Aloe. I don't know who you are. You say you're just lurking. I don't know who you are. Who are you lurking? Why are you lurking? I don't know who you are. Do we know you? We don't know you. I don't know your name. We know you somehow. Yeah, I thought of you the whole time. I don't even know what that means, but I was like, they had a romantic moment, I guess. I don't know what that means in the long run. So
it means nothing.
I don't know what that means.
Jeannie Roberts. Okay. Oh, and a little side note, I got to hang out with my friend Sean Kanan this weekend, and his book called Way of the Cobra. I am thanked in the credits in the back, so you can see James Hunter's name in there. We're good friends. So I get to see him. He was Deacon, of course, on this show too.
Handsome as ever.
Yes, he's always. I mean, I told him, I said, you aged so well. I'm like, I'm so scared of you. He does. He is he works hard at it too. He works very hard at it, but he's one of the nicest guys. He called to check on me and said, come help us. Let me take you to brunch at the Grove. And so me, him, and his wife, Michelle, and dog Charlie hung out. We had a great time. So I'm promoting his book, Way of the Cobra. I get it everywhere. So good. Hello, Jeannie Roberts. Hello, you too. Okay, so that's whatever. Okay, this week was not exciting to me at all. This was not exciting at all. It was just like a week. But I will go to the next storyline that everybody's talking about. I agree, Amanda Russ. I agree with you. Okay, here we go.
Yay!
I want a baby for all the wrong reasons. That's what I call this segment. And I have to say, Tessa, I feel bad for her because she is playing. Kate Fairbanks is doing a great job playing that the half of the couple who's not having issues, who's trying to be there for her partner. It's a tough dance when your partner is going through something and you're trying to navigate that. I think again, Cameron Grimes is killing it as Mariah. I mean, she's spiraling down out of control, and both of them did a great job. And I know all Tribe fans are getting a little nervous because this is good stuff. It's happening. They have some drama. It's game match. So what do you think about the storyline? It's part of the storyline so far. I don't mind the way the storyline's evolving. I'm not surprised the storyline's evolving this way. So what do you guys think?
I feel bad for her because it's probably also a lot of like postpartum hormones. And then she was with the baby all the time by herself. She got attached to the baby. And I could imagine like it being very difficult to let go. So she's trying. She left the house. She moved out. I feel like she's trying, but I don't know that she's doing a great job.
I think her being kidnapped, that changed everything because it was just them. That's an extraordinary situation.
I don't have a problem with Mariah. I have a problem with Tessa.
Everybody. Okay.
Tessa needs to shut the F up. Or going to Sharon, who's like the town, like, you tell Sharon anything, it will get to somebody in like 4.5 seconds. So the minute she opened up to her, I'm like, okay, I can see the argument going down now between her and Mariah. Was there anyone else that Tessa could have opened up to? I don't know. That's a good question. Obviously not Abby. Maybe right. Nina? I mean, I don't know. But not Sharon. So when Mariah sent the text, we need to talk. I was like, all right, this is on you, Tess. This is your fault. This is your fault.
I can see that. It's a little betrayal. And if you want to, it's a little bit, because if Joe went behind my back and told my sister something that is private, I would be like, I can't believe you went and told them without even talking to me first. Like, I would be upset about it.
No, here we go. This is where I got to jump in.
Uh-oh.
Because Mariah said that and Tessa goes, no, I did try talking to you.
I don't feel like you're hearing me.
Exactly. So there you go.
But it doesn't excuse her. Tessa should have made sure she was being heard.
No, you can't do that. How are you going to make somebody?
Yes, you can. Get into an argument. Tessa, you got to get into an argument.
Harry said, argue with their ass. That's how.
Exactly. Tessa, poor little Tessa, she's on eggshells, and I totally get it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Exactly. That's what I'm
But this isn't, you cannot get through this walking on eggshells. And even Tessa said at the end, having these difficult conversations, I mean, while it's hard, we need to continue having these conversations, no matter how hard they are, because that's how we'll get through this.
The problem is Tessa has no friends.
I know.
See, so I will give you, Tami, I will give you a piece of that. If she had friends, chances are she would with her friend.
Yeah.
But she has no friends.
She doesn't.
Need to give her a friend. So
writers, can you please give Tessa a friend?
Tessa needs a friend, please.
Wait, one second. We call
Tami, order up. We'd like a friend, please.
Hi, friend, please. And a side of fries. Thanks. Okay. So I think I'll give Tami that point, that if she had a friend, then that's you go to your friends and go, girl, I just got this problem. But Sharon is her mother. That's the closest person. And she's worried about her. And she's worried, and her mother's worried about her too. So I thought, I see why you went to her mother.
But Sharon's helicopter mom.
But
she's not Mariah, like cool Nikki mom. She's like helicopter mom.
Mariah is out of control.
Yeah, and Sharon stepping in really helped. It served no help, no purpose whatsoever.
I agree. If Tessa needed to talk, She should have said, I'm telling you this in confidence. Please don't go say anything. I just need you to know what's going on. Like, I get it, but you're right. She immediately ran straight over there and was like, oh my God, Tessa just told me what's going on. I'm like,
so annoying.
yeah.
She looked amazing. Sharon looked
amazing.
But, oh my God, I was just cringing. I love that sweater. Like, give me that sweater.
You're all just amazing after all that. Like, so this is how we do on the show. We go from A to Z on the show. Everybody in chat room agrees. Tessa didn't have anybody to talk to. She had no one to talk to. Mariah. So I brought up Mariah promised she would consult with Sharon multiple times, then didn't. I'm gonna be anything.
You know Ray's sister?
Yeah.
Lola.
Cannot think of her name. Lola.
Oh.
Is it Lola? Okay.
She's flying in the skies right now.
Was everyone's friend. I think that's what's missing. Right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Tammy's being bad.
I totally forgot about that.
Because now she's Supergirl. She's anyway. So wait a minute. So anyway, as you were saying,
well, I feel like she's everybody's. Like, people used to go to her restaurant and be like, "I'm so sad."
Yeah, she's like the bartender.
She would like say, "Oh, let me get you this." She like was everyone's.
Let me cook you a souffle while we talk. Here.
I want her as my friend. Okay.
Or give me a souffle while we talk. Shit, I got her all the time.
Be like, let me just whip you up a gourmet meal. I'll be like, okay, girl.
Sure. Like, okay, that's fine. Lola was Tessa's friend first, but Lola's gone. She's gone, folks. She's not there. Tammy,
writers, give Tessa a friend, please.
Oh, I got it. What is her name? With the short hair. I'm sorry, this medicine's making crazy.
Elena?
With the short hair.
Elena?
She's got hair like Tammy.
Elena
was friends with Lola. So maybe Elena and Tessa could be friends.
Sure.
You hear that? Solve your problem.
Literally, the writers need some help here. So we're offering up our insight. Yeah, you know what? That actually would be a good friendship. I was going to say no because Elena gets threatened easily. But Tessa can't threaten her man
exactly
anyway, so that would be a good friendship.
Tammy has this thing. Okay, that's it. I gotta say it. Tammy has this thing because she does not want Nate. She wants Nate with Amani. So she has this thing about
that's
Elena.
So funny.
Now, you know Elena has every right to be like, girl, step on my man. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Well, Sarah Z says, a while ago, Tessa said she felt like being part of the family, so I see why she went to Sharon. She had no one else.
Yeah.
Well, I think everybody agrees she had no one else. That's kind of sad, but she had no one else to go to. You just a friend. Shit.
She couldn't have talked to Devon about it, right? That would have been weird.
Yeah.
Nina? If they had brought Nina back in, that would have been weird too.
There's too many people involved. There's too many people. I mean, like half the town's involved. The Winters, the Newmans, the Hamiltons, everybody's involved. The Chancellor, whatever their names are. They're all involved. They can't get today. We got to find somebody who's not related. Dang it.
True.
So, and Noah's coming back. Maybe you friends with Tessa. Maybe Sure, why not?
I feel like Tessa's our child. We need to find a friend for Tessa.
Find a friend for Tessa. And so all the women is nothing to worry about because she's a lesbian, so she don't want your men. Don't worry about that.
Right?
We could set up some play dates.
Yeah.
Play dates. Yeah, that's crazy. There's a small scene I want to talk about to break it up a little bit. I thought was very cute that a lot of folks did and did not like. I saw on Twitter. But I liked it. When Devon is good with the baby, apparently. And Devon takes little Dominic to the park and talks about Neil and Catherine. I love that scene. There are folks who hated it and like, oh, that's not good. He's not really. I'm like, listen, Devon's the godfather, you're part of his life. I don't know how to figure this out later, obviously. But I thought it's keeping Neil in our hearts, keeping Catherine in our hearts. There's such major cornerstones to mine are. I love that. I love you guys. I love that. I love those scenes.
What's wrong with it? Like, I mean, The child's gonna want to know his heritage eventually.
I don't know. People were getting upset. That's Abby's child, and that's not gonna be his grandmother, and I was like, just all this.
Whatever. That man is MIA anyway. He ain't even there.
Right, exactly. There's no chance.
Let it go, people. Chance. He's not even there.
So James, Devon's background.
Yes.
So was his history? He didn't know where he came from either.
So Devon came as basically his mother Harmony was a drug addict. Everything came onto the show. He was a little kid. Neil took him in, and him and his sister in, and then adopted Devon.
Okay.
So then, but it turned out years later that Harmony had an affair with Tucker, who turned out to be Catherine's son.
So he is related.
He's a chancellor.
Okay.
So he's not a chancellor. He's wherever Catherine is, because Tucker's not a chancellor. He's from some other man. He's not from Philip. He's not from Philip Chancellor.
Who's Tucker related to?
Catherine.
It's Catherine Chancellor. No.
Yes, but she's not. She's married Chancellor. She's not biological.
Oh, okay.
So he says chancellors because they're by marriage, but it's like if they're but she's not. But biologically, he's whatever. He's something else. Okay. Almost said Tucker Carlson. Wrong person. Wrong person. But because Chance is actually a chancellor. He's from Philip Chancellor and Philip Chancellor. He's from Philip Chancellor and Philip Chancellor, and then from Jill. But she had Tucker. Tucker was with Harmony. They had Devon. So Devon knows all about growing up, not knowing who your whole family is, what's going on. He knows all about that. But he made a chosen family with the Winters, but then he found his real family later. So he can relate to all of that.
Yeah.
But I thought for me it was a sweet scene of history. And I love the fact that they talk about Neil still. Tucker McCall, thank you. They still talk about the history. Catherine, I think it's just a nice nod that when people die, I talk about grandmother all the time. I mean, she's not here, but I tell her all the time to the kids. You know, your grandma Molly would love that. Oh my gosh, she was so fun. Like that's what naturally you do. You talk about your parents or whatever to kids, and you know when you reminisce. So I thought it was very cool. So I don't know. I mean, some people didn't like it. I liked it. I thought
it was beautiful. And then to your point, James, that moment where he said, I wish your grandfather was here. He got choked up, and that was a real moment.
It was.
That was a real moment. Like,
they loved Christoph so much. That's the thing. And same thing with Jeannie. They loved Jeannie. They loved Christoph. They were very well loved actors on the show. And with his was a tragic. She was older and she passed, but his was a tragic death. So that adds a whole other element to it too. And again, I knew Christoph, and he was a very soulful person. When he talked to you, there was no one else around. He talked to you. So I miss that about him. He was very sweet guy.
People like that, very soulful people, they feel things so heavy. Like they feel things so heavy. So, losing his son was a lot.
It was for him. It was. And he only had 2 daughters left. For some reason, that firstborn, that was something about that. And the way his son died was tragic too. It was just kind of like, it was too hard for him. It can be too much for people sometimes. It really can. I don't know what it's like to lose a child. I don't want to find out. But I can't even imagine. I can't. My dogs get on my nerves all the time, but I could imagine losing them. Woo! I couldn't imagine my grandchildren. I couldn't even imagine. I don't know how people, losing my brother was hard enough for me. I can't even imagine losing a child. So, but I like that. Like in real life, you continue mentioning them. They're mentioned. It's part of the show history. So people got upset. Screw you. There's no big deal. Life's going on.
And speaking of history, are you going to segue into the flashbacks with Phyllis and Jack?
That was the next story. I'm saying it's another storyline.
Can we just have a whole show of flashbacks with them, please?
Okay. So here it goes, kids.
What are they doing?
I'm going to say it, kids. I'm going to timestamp it. Jack and Phyllis are getting back together. They need to be back together. I think Phyllis is still in denial a little bit because I think she loves Nick on some level. I think she does. There's something there, but her and Jack really do have something deeper. There's something deeper and more age appropriate.
What does that mean?
Well,
Phyllis and Nick are the same age, aren't they?
no, they're not.
They're
Nick's,
not? I didn't know that either.
Nick's younger?
Mm-hmm.
Well, not that much younger.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just think.
Oh, so she can't be with a younger man, but she can be. Jack's older than she is.
But here's my point. Their relationship seems to me much more mature and rooted in something very, very, very deep. Where Nick and Phyllis, it was sex. That's how it started. It was all sex. Nothing wrong with that. I'm talking some good sex. But it's very, and not saying it hasn't matured into something semi-deep. I don't think it's as deep. I go back to what Nick said. I'm crazy about her. And Jack said that's not the same as being in love with her. I think that line was said for a reason. I just think, and no, I mean, I've watched the show this whole time, so I'm just saying, for me, I've always felt like Nick and Phyllis are good together. They're great, but I don't feel like it's as deep.
They have a lot of chemistry.
They have a lot of chemistry, but I feel like Nick and Sharon are that deep connection.
Yep.
He even said that. He said, I get it. That's why I'm not mad.
Exactly.
Because I could say the same exact thing about Sharon.
Exactly.
Like, I get it. Exactly. And because at first I was like, oh, this is not going to go well. This is not going to go well. He's told his woman that he still loves her. I was like, this is not going to go well. But it ended up being okay. He was like, oh, I get it. I was like, okay.
They're all bonus. Sally's head will explode seeing Jack and Phyllis together. Oh yeah, what happened? Woo!
And I think Jack even said that his attraction to Sally was because Sally reminded him of Phyllis.
See, I told you. I'm just saying. I have a feeling. Sometimes. Okay, here's the deal, kids. I'm going to state this on here too. I've dated younger many times, and yes, it happened. I know it's just crazy.
You little
scandalous.
Cradle robber.
I'm a dirty old man. Yes, I've done it. But I'll tell you though, sometimes dating someone who's either older or close to your age, there is a shorthand that just works sometimes because you're similar. So sometimes it does matter in terms of connection. I think you can have a connection with anybody, and sure, women can date younger men. Maybe that's all fine, Danny. But sometimes I think, why can't we fight for couples that are of a certain age group together? So that's why I think that.
I see what you mean. Because sometimes they have more in common. Because they have more life experiences.
Look at the flashbacks. Jack, half those flashbacks, Nick was a young teenager. He was a young man back then. Phyllis was not. She was younger, but she wasn't a teenager or young in her 20s. Soaps, they aged people weird.
They do.
So that's kind of a weird thing. It's like, it's just
they
weird.
Do. Half the time, you don't even know how old people are.
Right.
Did you have an issue with Sally and Jack?
No, I like them together. But see, I said it reminded me of Phyllis. I said that in the very beginning.
Oh, do you want to see my color coordination? Here, my bodies.
It's so cute.
Behind the scenes, people.
Playboy
live show.
Playboy buddy. My daughter dated Hefner for years, so.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I don't know. I'm conflicted because I don't really have a problem with their age. I just don't know. I'm trying to figure out what she's feeling. I'm not convinced she feels the same, though. Exactly.
So I think she's fighting it. I think she's thinking, Nick and I are in a good place. Remember, this is not the first go around. They're in a good place. Right. Again, it's safe and it's good. Jack's there though, and Phyllis is going to see Jack. She's still there. They're still. I mean, the chemistry is off the charts. That's why those flashbacks were there, folks, to show you that they were good together. I know some people think that they're boring. That's fine, but the point is that at some point they were good together, and they went through a lot together. Jack was alive when he was with her because she's kind of crazy. That was her first mature relationship, because after the whole Danny and all that and Paul, all those crazy stuff she's going with all those people, that was her first real relationship that didn't involve Christine Cricket and all those people. It was like,
yeah,
it was separate. because her and Michael are friends. So that's all their story. Her and Michael became friends. That's two crazy ones became friends. That made sense too. But Jack was her real relationship. So Tracy called it. Yeah, there you go. I know Tracy there. I love seeing Tracy this week. That was a really cute scene. I almost started crying when Tracy talked about talking to Colleen. Oh my God. Her and Jack. I was like, I talk to Max all the time. I talked to him the other day. I know that it's weird. And he goes, "You've never told me that before." And I was like, "Well, why was she telling me?" Like,
I think that's normal.
Yeah, it's normal.
I talk to all the people. Like I talk to my mom and dad and everything. Like I just think that's normal. I'll just be like, "Hey, did y'all hear that?" I'll be like, "Hey, close your ears if you don't want to hear this."
Close your ears.
Yeah, all the time.
So I thought it was a very beautiful scene between brother and sister talking about that. It's kind of like when he mentioned his father and Dean. I just thought it was just a wonderful scene. Again, I love that when they use history. I love when they put history in there. I love when they put history in there. I love it. I love that. So
I got one question.
Yeah.
Do you guys want Sally with Adam?
Yes.
Because I do.
Yes, I do too.
Yes. I want the shit to hit the fan. I want them to drag each other through dirt and mud and pain and all that craziness and come out the other side. I think they're a match made in heaven.
And
and
right
one
in
more
front
thing,
of Sharon.
One more thing. I think this is going to be weird. I think Adam is going to bring out the best in Sally.
I would be surprised.
I really think, actually they would bring out the best in each other because they're so much alike.
Yeah.
And I think he's genuinely trying to change.
Yeah.
And he's telling her it's not worth it. Rethink it. He talked her off the ledge a couple weeks ago. He's like, just stop and think about it. Don't do what you're going to do.
He's like, honey, I saw you hiding behind the door. I know you heard the conversation. Like, I've played these games for, I don't know, 20 years. You can't pull stuff over me.
And so. I love that it bothers Sharon. Love it. Love it.
We know you do. No, my thing is, I like Adam being the anti-hero comic kind of relief. When he says stuff, if there's truth in it, when he needles Phyllis, it's just truth in it. There's total truth in it. And so it's kind of funny, but he's also very self-deprecating. He knows that he's done all this stuff. Like, you're not gonna run from it. Some of these characters, that's what they need more of. Like, I'm just going to use General Hospital, but Carly does know she's done some stuff. She knows she has, but she's not self-deprecating. Maxie, on the other hand, is. Maxie was like, yeah, girl, I did that too. And I mean, she's self-deprecating. She knows that, she can't judge that heavily. And I think we need more of that on these shows where these characters who've done a million things to each other, come on. That's why I love when Phyllis was sharing at that moment a few weeks ago, and she was like, well, I did, when I went, you came after me that time. Like, it's kind of, now you kind of get laugh about it now because it was kind of ridiculous and crazy. But Adam has become that person where I like Adam now. Like, he's funny, and he just says these things. He's like, oh my goodness. But I think him and Sally are gold. Chloe does not like it at all. She's bothered.
Which I love.
I love you.
That makes my day every time she gets mad. I'm like, yes.
Yes, he's not happy. And then yes, and your girl Sharon, and looking, she's not liking that.
Girl.
And it's interesting. At least it struck me, the similarity storyline between Jack on The Young and the Restless and Eric on B&B.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Of the older man.
Yes.
Now finding themselves alone in life. And what does that mean? How does that what does that translate into? Holding on to a wife you shouldn't really maybe be holding on to, or thinking about a past love and trying to resurrect the past. I can't wait to talk about B&B.
We're gonna talk about that.
Like, I can't wait. But Jack, when he was having a conversation with Tracy.
Yeah.
And Tracy was saying, well, I saw little things going on. Don't worry about me. And she laughed at him.
Yeah, she was like, yeah,
I'm going to worry about you. And Jack even said, the house is so quiet.
so quiet.
It's
And
so
Eric
quiet.
said, and Eric said the same thing. Eric said the same thing.
Everyone's gone.
Eric goes, listen.
Do you hear that?
Quiet, you hear that? See how quiet? Like
that?
they both said that. And it broke my leg. What's about that? But yes, I agree with you. The Jack situation, yes.
But
Jack
I don't feel like Jack's feelings for Phyllis are a rebound because I'm lonely kind of thing. I think they're real. They've always been there. I
noticed it too, Tami, Jeannie Roberts says.
Yeah.
You know, do y'all want them together?
Yes.
We're on Tom stamp it right now.
I stamp it.
Y'all want them together?
Yep.
Because I'm on the fence about it. Because what's gonna happen? Nick's gonna get hurt.
No, he's gonna go back with Sharon where he should be.
Right, which in turn is gonna hurt my Ray.
Ray will find someone who deserves him. Sharon does not deserve Ray.
That's true. All right, I'll give you that.
If they find a friend for Tessa, then maybe Ray and Tessa's friend will hook up.
Sorry, told you it's gonna be.
We need someone for Ray, please. Order up.
No, we already have one. It's gonna be Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea. Oh, Chelsea.
Chelsea's crazier than Sharon.
Exactly.
But Ray would be good for Chelsea.
Yes.
That would be interesting. Mm-hmm. Thems would be some interesting vittles to eat up
on. Yes. And we gotta start wrapping this up. Of course, it's good. These things are good. Okay. Little quickies. Amanda moves into Devon's place. So she's in.
They're cute.
They're cute. Sally is trying to design this dress.
I want to see that dress. I want to see that dress. I want to see that dress. I want to see
that dress too. Because there's two dresses being made right now. One commission from and then the other, then the one that Sally's trying to do.
Yeah, well, the one that Lauren showed up with was like.
There's that one.
It wasn't. It was just like anticlimactic. Ugh.
And I'm sorry, but Faith having homework is not exciting. Let's do something different with that.
I thought it was cute.
You can have that. I fell asleep for that one. I fell asleep.
They went on their little date.
And they called it puppy love.
Thank you, Donnie. Donnie O. I don't know. I need more from that. Adam gets an invite to the wedding.
I was shocked.
Was I in Sunday?
Loved it.
And then Sally's all like, if you need a date, and he's
like, not funnier than hell.
That was hilarious. I loved it. That's my girl.
No.
And he just like, and I'm not taking a date.
Yeah.
What? Aren't you full of yourself?
You know that's what she meant. Yeah. She's like, if you need a work colleague to go with you, and he's just like,
And Chloe's all.
Why is he against getting with her?
Because it's just volatile.
He's scared.
It's not. It's going to be volatile. He knows that. Sally's a cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
And Nate and Ashlyn's friendship is heating up.
Yeah.
So, and also, lastly, our girl Crystal had some lines in the Monday with Billy.
Right?
Go on, Crystal. We're watching you, Crystal girl.
Playing the confused hotel employee.
Yes.
She had a nice little scene. Good girl, Crystal.
Yeah, good girl. Good girl, Crystal. They like that.
Why can't Crystal be everybody's friend? Crystal can be everybody's friend.
No.
That's true. They all talk to her. That's true. Crystal, see, girl, use some more lines, girl. Use some more pay. But I do stand. I want to make sure I say that I do stand with the crews. Everybody works behind the scenes on all these shows. They're voting to go on strike, possibly.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. I have friends who are in behind. I have friends who are literally in the meetings, and the halls, town halls, and stuff. I just want to tell you, the crews get there before the actors show up, and they're there after the actors leave. They work. We all, Tam and I both worked on sets. They work tirelessly.
Yeah.
So whatever they need, I say give to them. Yep. That's just me.
They were on because the union office is right down the block from us.
Oh.
So there were pickets on the corners. You know, I had the signs like honk if you support IATSE. We're like, like
yeah. It's IAT.
I just see Tammy hanging out of the window.
I love crew people. I love them so much.
It's the IATSE, I think.
IATSE, IATSE, I think.
Yeah. It is, yeah. So if you see if you're on Instagram or Twitter, people start posting things about they support them.
Support.
You support.
Because their contract's probably 100 years old.
Oh, probably is.
Right? So
I'm sure.
Let's come into the 21st century, people.
But literally, there will be none of these shows you see right now.
And they're probably doing twice the work now because of COVID.
Yeah, COVID. And they didn't work last year. Remember, the soaps were on last year for half the year. They didn't work.
So find a friend for Tessa and support IATSE.
You got it, folks. And a side of fries. I'm James Lott Jr., of course, here on JLJ Media. Candace Mack decided to show up all of a sudden. We're done, Candace Mack. We're going on to the Bold and the Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
But Candace Mack, I want to talk to you at some point about something.
You're in trouble.
It's like Victor Newman.
You're in trouble, bitch. No, you're not in trouble. You're not in trouble, Candace. It's something positive. So next week, these ladies will not be here. Okay? Will not be here. But James Lott Jr. will have a surprise guest. So stay tuned for that this week. I can't be by myself. I can't be sitting by myself. I got somebody with me. So we have a surprise guest joining me next week. Rook King, I remember you. Oh my God, I found you all. James and Tami. I missed your recap so long. I haven't seen a recap in a year. But Rook King, I'm sorry to go to the end, but go ahead and watch the beginning. Go back to the beginning and watch it. But yeah, we're going off the air now to go do Bold and Beautiful soon. You can follow them. We can follow them. We'll tell you all their business on Bold and Beautiful. We love you guys very, 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 very much. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for supporting us always. And we love you too. We'll see you next time.